Hi everyone, Alex from Summerhill here, just with another quick update. As I'm sure many of you are aware, the government handed down its federal budget earlier this week, and today we just wanted to touch on some of the key areas that we believe are most relevant and how they might impact our clients. Now, it's important to remember that the announcements are not legislated as yet, so it's very much a wait and see for what actually gets through Parliament. From a financial planning and wealth perspective, there were not a lot of announcements in this budget, and there were minimal changes announced in relation to superannuation, which is probably a good thing given all of the other superannuation changes over the past 4 to 5 years. The key proposals which we believe impact our clients are: 1, the 50% reduction to the minimum drawdown for super pensions will be extended to 30 June 2023. 2, this year's low and middle income tax offset will increase by $420. 3, the one-off cost of living payment for $250 for eligible Social Security recipients will be made in April 2022. And 4, small businesses with an aggregated turnover of less than $50 million may be eligible to deduct up to 120% of an eligible business cost which support the business adopting digital technologies such as cloud services or cyber security systems. Eligible expenditure for this will be capped at $100,000 per financial year, and the measure is expected to operate from 29 March 2022 to 30 June 2023. So if you are running a small business and considering spending on digital technologies, it would certainly make sense to try and take advantage of these extra tax deduction. Now I'll go into a little bit more depth regarding super and personal tax rates. So starting with super, as mentioned, the budget was extremely quiet in relation to super. The main takeout is that for many of our clients, the superannuation and contribution strategies will remain largely unchanged, other than reviewing contribution strategies in light of the proposed changes to this year's low and middle income tax offset. Now, if you are in receipt of an account-based pension or similar income stream from a superannuation fund, the existing arrangements where the legislated minimum drawdowns have been halved will be extended for another 12 months to 30 June 2023. Halving the minimum drawdown rates was originally announced as part of the response to the COVID pandemic, and the government stated that even though Australia has entered a period of economic recovery, there is still significant volatility in financial markets due to ongoing impacts of COVID and now the war in Ukraine. The benefit of this change for the minimum drawdown rates is that for clients who are drawing a pension from their superannuation and also have assets outside of their pension supporting their income needs, you'll have the option to continue drawing a lower amount from that pension, and this really better maximises your wealth in that tax-free pension environment. Moving on, with no announcements to superannuation guarantee, it would appear that it will increase to the legislated 10.5% from 1 July 2022. And whilst the announcements this year were minimal for super, it is important to remember a number of the announcements from last year's budget, which will take effect from 1 July 2022, including reducing the eligibility age for home downsizer super contributions from age 65 to 60, the removal of the work test when making personal and voluntary employer contribution for those aged between 67 and 75. This includes the ability to use the bring forward rule, and this will allow you to potentially add more to super post age 67 if not working. And if combined with the home downsizer contribution, provides the opportunity to add up to $630,000 as an individual or 1.26 mil if you're a couple to super if downsizing your home between age 60 and 75, which is a considerable amount. Now, it's important to note that those aged between 67 and 75 must still satisfy the work test to claim a tax deduction for personal contributions. Now, moving on to personal tax rates, as heavily publicised in the media, for those with a taxable income of $126,000 or less, the existing low and middle income tax offset for the current financial year will be increased by $420, bringing the maximum low and middle income tax offset to $1,500 per individual or $3,000 for couples. This obviously will put more money into eligible clients' pockets for working towards their financial goals. The additional tax offset will increase the effective tax-free threshold for many clients. So for most resident individuals, the effective tax-free threshold for this financial year will increase from $23,266 to $25,436. So this just allows many to earn a higher amount of tax-free income personally. And this will be an important consideration when assessing whether to salary sacrifice or make personal tax-deductible super contributions. So that's it from us for today. As always, the specifics of each of these changes will be discussed with you at your next planning meeting, and we would appreciate your feedback on any content that you would like covered in future updates. Thanks.